After completing all the 4 tombs of the fallen in Valhalla, having conversations with the ghost of the champions that were kept there, and finding all the pieces of the still amazing looking new armor set, the content is abruptly over, with no message or something indicating that it's the end, and with some Odin runes in England still left untouched. They did change the 2 remaining Odin runes though. If you actually go there now, we find the same glow as we saw for the tombs that we were able to open, so it seems inevitable that this continues. And it seems really linked to the Mastery Challenge storyline. And I also asked Jose what the gates at the end of the Mastery Challenges in the cave mean. I will touch on the Basim sword that is out right now as well, and there's more to discuss. Of course, a like on the video would really help me out. And let's go. The Shinobi pack is coming any week now, and with my giveaway you have a chance to win it. You can enter via the link in the pinned comment, and of course you have to be a subscriber of the channel if you want to participate. And you got 1 week to claim a Basim sword. It's actually quite easy now that the challenge is completed. You have to only kill 1 person with a one-handed sword, then head to the Ubisoft Connect time limited section, claim it there, and then it will appear in your inventory as a mythical weapon. You will need to fully upgrade it though in the inventory for the best stats, but I think it's worth it, because if you don't mind playing around a certain playstyle, then I actually think that it's the best one-handed sword in the game right now. And it of course looks really awesome. Basim has been teasing us with this sword for many story arcs, and now we can finally wield it ourselves and also transmog it over another one-handed sword and rock 2 of them at the same time. So real quick, before we look at the future content, let's touch on the weapon. You get extra attack on a parry and extra speed on a dodge, but what you want to do is combine them. So basically wait for the enemy to strike, parry that attack, then dodge, and then you will have a 20 extra attack and 4 speed for 10 seconds, which is quite good. And it does have a cooldown, so you can immediately get the perk active again after it's over. I put the ignite weapon on a parry on the sword, so you can have your weapon on fire sometimes after a parry too. Then dodge, and then you got the pretty nice buff going. It's especially great just compared to the other one-handed swords in the game. But yeah, real quick, you of course need to have at least one-handed sword already before you can get the Basim sword. You can find one right now in the Ubisoft Connect reward section for 100 units. And you get these units by leveling your Connect account up by completing the challenges. Doing all the story missions in the Discovery Tour also gives you a one-handed sword, or you can kill the second champion you encounter during the second River Raid map pack. That one also drops 1, but you need to have completed a lot of the river raids before that. The Season Pass DLC is of course the easiest way to get a one-handed sword, but if you don't have the Season Pass, then these are the options to get the Basim sword before December 9th. And yeah, we still know that there's one update coming in December, and we only got this image of a snowy settlement. No word on if the Yule Festival comes back for Christmas. That would explain the snowy longhouse. No, but I always thought that the second part of the Mastery Challenges would be near, because it's half a year ago now that we could do these challenges, and we still got Hildebrand in our settlement, and I don't know what to think about that. It feels like she's not telling us everything. And well, Access the Animus put up a brilliant video analyzing the big reveal you could find when exploring the tomb in Yorkshire over here on the map. So at the end, when going back via the zipline, we actually want to turn around, fall down near the mammoth skeleton, and then if you break the ice here, you come in this special room, which turns out to be an Izu prison with a skeleton and some notes from, maybe you already know it, Hildebrand. It seems namely that she's a descendant of Hildur, a Valkyrie of course in the Norse mythology, who was imprisoned in this cell, with the third paragraph of the first note saying, "Could it be? Are the legends my mother told me true? Was this the place my long ago forebear was imprisoned?" After completing the Mastery Challenge storyline, we go with Hildebrand to the cave near Ravenstorp, where we see 3 sort of gates, portals. Again, I will touch on what Jose said about those in a moment, but here we also find notes from Hildur, who served her warlord faithfully until the day she chose to turn from his instruction and abandoned her duty. We also find the note saying that she was then stripped of her armor and made mortal, likely as a punishment by Odin for not doing her duty. And now Hildurin, as a descendant, is maybe out for revenge on Eivor, as they are of course a reincarnation of Odin. Again, there is totally more to this, so I would recommend that you check out the Access the Animus video if you are interested for way more context, and I will leave a link to it in the video description. And also the final paragraph of the second note from Hildurin in the tomb says, when Freya's medallion senses the presence of the One Eye, then, only then, will my long ago grandmother's legacy be revealed. And of course, also at the end of the Mastery Challenge storyline, we find Odin's eye as an Izu artifact, and the medallion interacts with it too. But yeah, we give this artifact to Hildurin so she can reveal the next location, whatever that might be. But yeah, interesting that these two storylines are connected. Oh, and also interesting is that the prison is near that mammoth skeleton. And also when, like, fighting Hildurin at the start of the Mastery Challenges, what do we see here? Hey, coincidence? Likely not. And there's one final piece of the Tomb of the Fallen mystery. But first, I want to ask Jose regarding the 3 gates or 3 portals we see in the Mastery Challenge cave. Can you tell me more about that vault that we open at the end? We of course see 3 portals. I would imagine that has something to do with the E3 trailer ending and the mythical worlds that we can explore.
It actually doesn't, but it's really interesting that you guys made that connection. Yeah, well, I can't give you what can I say? What can I say? Yes, indeed, it's a cave. Yes, indeed, there are portals. Yes, indeed, you will find out what they are and in the next drop of Mastery Challenge.
So is it then from the playstyles? Because we of course had the 3 playstyles for the Mastery Challenges as well.
That's a good hypothesis.
Okay. So maybe instead of the new shrines, we have to go through these portals to complete 3 bigger challenges focused on the Raven, Wolf, or Bear playstyle. So yeah, it doesn't seem connected to the mythical worlds, at least directly. And by the way, if you want to listen to all the answers from Jose, I put my full interview with the post-launch producer on my brand new Assassins Raptor channel with timestamps to different questions. So totally check it out if you want to see the full interview. I will leave a link to it in the pinned comment. And yeah, we also have these artifacts in the 3 different tombs that might have something to do with this mystery. Or Access the Animus actually thinks that the artifacts are not that interesting. It's more that the words that Eivor says when they find these artifacts that are in particular interesting.
What is this? Awesome. Why did I say that? There must be some place where these words are useful. Another one. Raptoras. Again, I'm speaking nonsense. One of these. But no sad.
And maybe with these words we can open that huge floor elevator thing that we see in the first tomb, where we also have the map. Prince of Persia in a recent comment noted that, hey, in Prince of Persia, we have of course had a similar floor like this, which could also open. We'll of course be following it here and report back when we know more. I like how if you look deeper, like Access the Animus has done, that you see some very interesting connections. Subscribe of course for more Valhalla content. A like on the video would really help me out. And if you don't have all these 3 artifacts yet, we made a video on Assassins Raptor with all the locations. So totally check it out if you haven't already. For now, I will speak to you in the next one. Goodbye.